One Piece Chapter 981 was just released. The scans were released this morning, and I must say, guys, this chapter has to be one of the most exciting things to happen in a while. I would say ever since the reveal of Kaido's son. But anyways, guys, this chapter starts off after the confrontation between Kid and Apu. So everyone speculated that Apu would have been knocked out, or Apu would have been down for the count, but fortunately, well, what I think is fortunate, Apu is not down for the count. Though he does seem heavily injured, Apu does get back up and fights and retaliates against Kid and the rest of the alliance. Kid gets really mad for the fact that Apu was working with Kaido for the whole time, and Apu even states that alliances only end up in a bad way. Again, the Luffy and Law Alliance has proven time again that that is not a true statement, but that may be truer. Maybe it might be correct, even on the end of Wano. Also, Killer says that Apu's attacks only reach where you can hear them, and if you can hear them, you can't avoid them. Keep an eye out for surprise attacks. So that's really a big revelation to how to avoid Apu's attacks. So if you can't hear Apu's attacks, you cannot get hit by him. So it seems like covering your ears is probably the best bet, which honestly nerfs Apu a lot, in my opinion. It's probably a big nerf, but maybe he has another way to attack people. Also, another revelation which brings me to respect Killer more as a character was that he initially took the Smile Devil Fruit to have the chance to save Kid. If that's not Vice Captain material, then I don't know what is, guys. That has to be one of the most loyal and the most sacrificing things I've seen in this story. He's quite similar to Zoro, which Zoro said he would kill a crew member if Luffy stated him to, which is pretty insane and pretty loyal of him to do. Now, guys, this chapter was so good, in my opinion. Not only did it bring out more of what's gonna happen towards the end of Wano, but I think by chapter 1000 we're gonna have at least a complete idea of who's gonna be participating in the war, and I think that's when the war is probably gonna reach its start, or its most climatic part, or maybe even beforehand as well. But in my opinion, this chapter was probably one of the most exciting news, and I haven't been quite updated with the chapters yet, so bear with me, guys. So again, Kiamon's side are over by the watering hole, and it seems like Ulti Maria's location is there, and it's a brothel, and obviously Sanji's gonna, he's gonna simp over a brothel, which is funny enough for me. But Ulti Maria is not there, guys. It's Big Mom. Big Mom is there, changed into her kimono, which honestly is funny to see her, because oh my god, I'm not gonna lie, Big Mom is not a beautiful woman. She's pretty ugly, man, and with that makeup she looks even more terrifying, if you know what I mean. So she seems to see Chopper, but it doesn't seem like any of her crewmates are with her, which is also weird. Which brings me to the end of the chapter, guys. The most hype we've had in this whole, I would say, after Odin's journey, after Odin's flashback, this is probably the most hypest moment we have got in a while, guys. First of all, Big Mom's ship, led by Perospero and some of the Big Mom pirates, are going up the same waterfall that King brought them down and basically ruined their plans. Next thing we know, guys, is out of nowhere they see someone flying. Of course, Perospero's initial reaction was that it was King, which I would have been like too, but to their surprise it was Marco the Phoenix, guys. Marco the Phoenix is back. Marco the Phoenix is back in action, baby. And he ain't playing games, guys. He ain't playing games this time. He'll take you on. Like, this man looks like he's been through shit, which is pretty surprising I mean, the whole community speculated that Marco was going to become an ally in Wano, but it was a question of when, and we finally got the confirmation. This caught me off guard a little bit. I didn't expect him to come in so early before the war. I expected Marco to come in during the war as a special, like, to make it more hype, but this just makes it even more hype. Again, Izo and Nekomamushi are also showing a little side panel, and Izo says that it's been the first time since he's gone at it since the war, he thinks. So it's Marco's pretty hyped to fight. Dude, the strength of Marco is pretty much similar to how King, he pretty much did the same attack King did, but just with a different name, which brings up the question, is Marco enough to defeat a person like King or something? I don't know, guys, but this chapter was amazing. A lot of surprises. The end surprise that no one expected. Well, actually, the whole community expected the Whitebeard Pirates to return, but no one expected them to make such an early return. And to get the reveal that of how to defeat Apu or how to counterattack his devil fruit power is also huge. But again, we might see the next chapter. We might see Marco face off against some of these big mom pirates. I don't think they're gonna stand back. I think one of them is probably waiting for a chance to attack Marco. So we'll see, guys. Next chapter, I'm assuming we might have a break, but I don't think so. It doesn't say we have a break. But I will be covering My Hero Academia. I've finally caught up to My Hero Academia. I will be doing Black Clover manga reviews too. So expect a lot more manga reviews, anime reviews, all sorts of discussions for all different type of animes, because I want to kind of expand the broadness over here in this channel. I don't want to just cover One Piece. Of course, I'm gonna keep it as my main thing I cover, but I also want to cover other things. Dragon Ball Super, you guys know I cover that, but I also want to cover more anime to kind of broaden the spectrum of fans I have, and kind of, you know, start a little community up. So thank you guys so much for watching. I know it's been a while since I've posted. I've been very busy lately, but I'll keep you guys posted up. I will be doing the My Hero Academia 274 review soon, and as well as Black Clover's 253, I think, soon. So I'll see you guys. Peace.